Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And as we speak, it is the first week of 2021. January 6th as I record this. So we're still just about 1 week into the new year. Hope that everybody's new year has gotten off to a pleasant start, at least. Though, of course, it's far too early to decide what kind of year it's going to be. Anywho, as you can see here, I've been kind of busy. After I showed you guys my first level of the parking, where I have collector cars, I rearranged things a little bit because the one green skyline that was on the first floor really kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. So I went into the second floor, and there's a few collector cars there, but there's also a lot of junk cars waiting for rebuild. So I moved the skyline from the first floor, and I moved a couple of cars out from the second floor, and then moved the Prelude that was sitting there into the first floor. So now the first floor is all red, and the skyline is now on the second floor. And there are a couple of cars in there that aren't red because of other reasons. It has to do with the body. Like this car, even if I painted it red, would still be carbon fiber. And there's a couple of cars on the second floor that are like this, which is why I went ahead and moved the skyline into that floor. And then I got these cars done. Well, the two cars that I pulled out were, this is a Shelby GT350, which is the base model GT350. And this is, of course, is all finished now. It's basically a Mustang with some different trim pieces. And it's a very nice mod. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy putting this together. It looks really good when it's done. And I think I actually have several more of these waiting for rebuild as well. This color is the color that it came with. I added the black stripes because I thought they looked good. And this one is 200 and something grand. It's only got 5,100 miles on it, so it didn't go very far before it ended up in the junkyard. 221 grand for this car. And then we have, this is the other one that I pulled out of parking and went ahead and got it done. This is a Porsche Carrera 911 Carrera 4S, which is the DLC car. This is the all-wheel drive 911 twin turbo. It's an absolute badass car, actually. And I have one of these in my collection as well. This is the color that it came with, once again, and it only has 6,100 miles on it, so somebody wiped it out pretty quickly. But it's worth a fair chunk of change. Over 400, close to 500? Yeah. $476,000 for this car. And then these two were ones we pulled from the junkyard last time. This is the Nissan GT-R Liberty Walk, which has the whole body kit on it with the front air dam and the flared fenders and the big wing on the trunk. And this is a V6 engine in this car, and it's a pretty good performer. I actually intended to do this, in front of the camera, but I got to work, and then once I get going, I have a hard time stopping. So this one is actually pretty valuable. It's over $300,000 for this car. Yeah, 342 grand. So it's it's a very, very well worth doing. And finally, that's leaves us with the Bugatti EB110. And this, I think, is the Lit edition, which is the carbon fiber one. Yeah, 110 SS Lit edition. It's all carbon fiber parts and stuff. This one actually has the V12 engine from the Pagani Huayra, which is the twin turbo V12, and it's a absolute monster engine. It's got like 1,048 horsepower, I think. 1,048, yeah. And the factory color on it was this blue, and sometimes on cars like this, if you paint them, if you don't paint them, you can see that color like in the door jambs and stuff. And I painted it black because I thought I didn't want to have any blue sticking out, on any edges or anything. But I couldn't see any blue anywhere on it before I painted it. And I painted it black just because I figured, well, it's black, I might as well go all the way. It's got the Lamborghini style doors. I did change the wheels. The wheels it came with were kind of the dinner plate looking wheel. And this is like a 5-blade. They're slightly canted, kind of like a propeller. I think these wheels look good. I should have painted them some other color though. I'm not super happy with the chrome black on this. Metallic chrome might have been too much, but maybe I should have gone with something like a gunmetal gray. I think would have set this off really well. But either way, this one is done, and this one is this one is like close to $3 million. So we're not hurting too badly on this car. And since we're all cleared out, we can go to the junkyard and try to find something else. Let's get rid of these. I got extras. I've accumulated a few cases, but I'm going to sit on those for now. So let's go and see if we can find something. Okay, here we are. Not getting off to a good start. I hate when I come into the junkyard and the first few slots are all empty. That's a Plymouth Fury. Which one are you? Stock. And this is Ferrari 458. I think I did this recently. See, it was either the 458 or the 488. And actually, I'm not sure if this is the one I did. That's like the rim. That I think is the rim avalanche. Can I see in here? Yeah, there it is, rim avalanche. I'm not sure I actually did this car before. Let's look around some more. There are only 2 cars in here, it seems. That's really sucky. I don't really want to do... Well, I mean, I could do the Fury. Did one not too long ago. This looks weird to me. This seems to me like there was the fence went. This is different. This doesn't seem right. I don't know. This just caught my eye, and it just seems really weird that you can get in here. I don't think I ever did that before. Well, anyway, get all sidetracked on that. So you are 19,000, almost 20 grand for this car. Try to remember that number. I kind of want to go ahead and buy this Fury. It says it's stock. Interior condition is 100%. That's interesting. It's cheap. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Okay, so... yeah, this doesn't look familiar to me. I have done a lot of cars, and sometimes I forget when I have done one before, but this one really doesn't look like something I've done before. I quite like that color too. kind of a very pale, it's like white with a hint of pink. You have 2 intercoolers in the front. Where is that a clamshell? It is. There's the ABS. It's hiding under whatever the heck this is. What is that up there? This is, I'm more and more I'm thinking this is a car I've never done before, because I'm just not familiar where any of these pieces are. Did I buy that? I don't think I did. Oh, there's nothing up there that's... I thought I was seeing like another air filter or something way up there at the front. I'm going to have to see if this thing gives me an option to put a supercharged engine in it. Because if it's just the standard V8, it's not going to be a huge performer. But if we can put the supercharged engine in it, we could have some fun. Whoa. So it doesn't appear to have a radiator in it. So one of the medium intercoolers we repaired. Okay, 458 stuff. I hope this isn't one of those ones where there's a part that isn't in. There's the battery. I was just thinking about that. Okay, let's see what we have here. Right rear fender C. So it's going to want both of these. Both of the ones we have are broken. And that front clamshell B. It uses this window. And we'll just have to figure out what we need now from the rest of it. Yeah, we don't have any lights or fenders. Did I not buy the left rear fender? I could have sworn I did. Rear right. I guess I didn't. So what else? Trunk, left tail light. Oh, that's what I bought, and I don't even know if I need that. So now we just have to figure out what other parts it needs. Seat 11 leather D, I should have known. Okay, so front right fender, left, so it looks like the fenders and the lights are just the standard ones. Yes, yeah, the body windows are probably the same. There's only one mirror, so that's that. Did I just buy that or not? I'm not sure. Oh, and the doors. I was going to buy the doors. Doors B, rear clamshell C. So I did actually buy the right rear clamshell by accident. Alright, so far so good. Left body window A, I guess I didn't take those out. Rear bumper D and the right tail light. Because I have the left one, right tail light, rear bumper D. Yeah, I thought I took them out, but I didn't. So I think all I need now, I bought the engine cover, right? Pretty sure I did. Front, I need the fenders, and those are just the generic fenders. Yeah, there we go. That should be, yep, perfect. And that's a good looking car, too. Go get those parts painted so it all matches. I quite like this. This is a really nice burgundy. I wonder if they have any... Nope, no liveries. Well, we'll go with this. I like this. Alright, and now the fun begins. And we paid, what, about 20 grand for this car? A little bit less than 20 grand. Up to 70 now. We have no engine swap options either. That's too bad. At least the standard V8. The standard V8 is still, once it's built out, is still reasonably powerful. Plus, this is a DOHC engine, and so that means we won't have to deal with rocker arms or what the hell's the other thing I'm thinking of? Push rods. Yeah, those things. That is really weird. What is going on there? This is the thing about modded cars. They often have all kinds of weirdness going on underneath. At least all the body parts were where they were supposed to be. Okay, I just noticed this. Whoops. Okay, look at this. Here's the shock absorber cap, and here's the shock absorber, and here's the spring. What the hell is going on there? That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I was going to say, though, at least all the body parts are where they were supposed to be. There was another car that I was working on, and it was a customer order, and it wanted me to fix or replace the body parts and repaint it in the factory color. And ordinarily what I do with those is I take all the body parts off. Just take everything off, repair everything, replace everything, and put it all back on. But in the case of this car, the doors, once I took them off, I couldn't repair them. And they weren't in the store. It was looking for door B, and this car didn't have door B options in the store. And this has happened before with other mods. And what happens is the parts list, there's a parts.txt file that's in the folder where the workshop stuff is. Well, each car from the workshop creates its own folder under your Steam folder called Steam apps and workshops. Everything is in there, and I had to go find that folder for this car, for that particular car. Look at the picture of all the parts that it has. Find the one that it should be in the parts list, and then add it manually, which is always fun. Since I've had to do it before, I knew what to do, but it's like that's something that shouldn't really happen. Got myself all out of whack here. What are we looking at here? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bushings. And a full set of disc brakes. Tie rods and sway bars. And those are all sway B. which is the important thing to remember. Okay, what else can we replace here? Hub bearings and hub caps. I think we're almost done getting those assembled. Anything that's in a single digit, anything that's single digit condition-wise, just throw it away. Can't repair it. Rear axle B, upper suspension arm. Okay, so those are all finished, so the old ones can go away now. And we're going to dismount the tires so that we can see if we can repair any of those rims. I'm going to go ahead and reuse these if I can. This rim looks good. I've used this rim on other cars and it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and use it again. Hopefully I'll be able to salvage some of these rims at least. 9% on that one. Not going to get that one back. And 12%. That one's maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Okay, let's look at the tire sizes here. 305 3021. And we're going to go with race tires on these because it's going to be more powerful than it was when I'm done with it. Okay, 305 3021. And then 245 3520. Okay, so those are going to be on the front. Okay, let's see what we can salvage here. I only saw a couple of things fail there. Okay, upper front wheel hub. And I think those were both of the 20-inch rims. Yeah, both of the 20s. So the front wheels were the front wheels were shot, but the back ones were salvageable. Okay, we're gonna go and chrome all those out. They look really good chrome. And that's 4. Should go ahead and yank the engine out too. Oh man, look at this engine. It has like 6 pistons, crankshaft, and a block, and that's all. %, crankshaft, 12% block. We're gonna end up probably replacing that block, I'll bet, too. Because certainly we're not going to reuse those pistons. Let's see if we can salvage either of those things. Nope, see, we couldn't. It's not even trying to repair the block. So we repaired the crankshaft, and that's all. So this thing is getting essentially a brand new engine from scratch. Let's see if I can remember everything I need for this. Okay, I got a fuel filter already. I don't think I bought spark plugs, but it doesn't hurt me to have a few extra ones. Let's see, I need heads. Exhaust manifold V8 is that one. Alternator and power steering pump. Going to need fuel rails and a throttle, camshafts, crankshaft pulley and water pump pulley, water pump V8, and we'll need serpentine belt A and B V8, head cover V8 A and B, and then coil covers. Now we need the intake manifold. And for the non-supercharged V8, they don't have a performance version of this. You have to use this one. And thinking about it, I can't think of anything else. Oh, I just remembered. Need 4 of these bad boys. Now I think that's everything I'm going to need to build that engine. We'll find out once I get to work on it. This is the last one. I'm just going to wait for this one to finish, and then we'll go and get to work. Okay, let's go to town here. I just can't get over how weird that is. I mean, look. The front shock absorber cap is here. That's so bizarre. And the one on the other side is even worse. And we want the 245/20s on the front. See, it's a good looking wheel. I like the asymmetrical look to it, and it looks good when it's chromed out. I just caught the edge of that sway end link there, over that deformed front shock absorber. I was thinking, I am missing something. And there it is. It wouldn't have let me put the wheel on if it hadn't have been there. Not sure which transmission this is going to take either. I'm sure it's probably going to just be the V8. It's probably just the standard V8 transmission. Because this mod is probably going to be like other Ferrari mods that I've done, where they don't really have the rear. They don't have the rear. It's kind of, I mean, it's a rear engine and rear wheel drive setup like the Porsches, but the game doesn't really have the correct setup for a Ferrari. So either this one has gone with the, we'll just have the drive axle hang in the air. Some of the other Ferraris that I've worked on have got a solid rear drive axle, and then the transmission on the engine just kind of protrudes through the drive axle. At least with this one the way it is, we'll be able to put the car on the ground. Yeah, there it is. Gearbox V8. That's what I wanted to know. know what? I just realized something I didn't buy. Something critically important. Wouldn't be able to bolt in the crankshaft or the pistons without those. I really like the way the V8 pistons look when they're all in there. I mean, the V12 engines just look too busy. There's so much stuff happening inside the crankcase. I swear the V8 is really about the perfect size. I am missing that one. This is something that I like, that amuses me, because you put the bolts in for the oil pan, and then the bolt for the oil sump like appears there. It wasn't there a second ago. Okay, starting to look like something now. The throttle body goes back here. And this is one I've done enough times, because both this and the supercharged V8, they take 5 of these roller Bs on the front and 2 roller As. The 5 roller Bs go on right away, but the second roller A goes here after you install the second belt. That was one I memorized a long time ago. I bought coils, didn't I? I did. For a second I was going to be like, I didn't buy coils. Perfect. Super easy to do. Now, can I touch it from in here? Yes. Some of these mod cars where the engine is buried in the back and hidden underneath an engine cover, you end up having to take stuff apart to get at it to put oil in it. This one at least was easy to reach. Okay, that should 100% us. Stuck on the lift. Global parts condition 99. Okay, so what have I forgotten? Coil cover. You gotta be kidding me. Ugh, of all things, man. Okay, now we're 100%. So let's go and test it out. See what it's got under the hood now. I'm quite liking this color. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I bet it's going to look great outside. Okay, starting at 466, I think it goes to like 625 or something like that. Okay, that was more than I expected. 823. That's not bad at all. So this is going to have a little bit more oomph to it. Can see the suspension arm protruding through there. Looks good otherwise. I think it must have a flappy paddle gearbox, because I can't see. I mean, I don't know what the hell that is right there. That's the weirdest gear shift lever I've ever seen, if that's what that is. Do you have... Yeah, it's got the flappy paddle gearbox. And there's like a brake and a gas, and that's it. Okay, so let's go and test it out, see what it's got. Okay, let's get outside. It's darker. Wow, it's darker. From this angle, it's black. It's almost like a really, really dark purple. You can see the burgundy from here. I like the way the Ferrari Stallion stands out against that, though. And the chrome looks good. Yeah, I think the chrome wheels look really sharp on this. Okay, let's see if it's see what it's got here. Not too bad. A little bit squirrely there. Just trying to keep it in a straight line. It's tracking pretty well. Kind of wobbly though. Are we topped out? 190? Yeah. That's fine though. At least it's not going flipping down the track like that one car did. Alright, yeah, 190 is perfectly respectable for something like this. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Okay, so Now it's time to find out how much it's worth. Let's see what it looks like in here. I mean, as mods go, it looks really good from the outside. It's just got some weirdness underneath, which happens a lot with mod cars, I've noticed. Other than that, it's fine. I wonder how much you are worth. Not a whole lot, apparently. A little over 200 grand. It's kind of disappointing. I think the other cars I sold already today were worth more than this. Any one of them was worth more than this. I could be wrong. Maybe the what is it total? 206. No, I'm pretty sure the Shelby was more than this even. And I know the Porsche and the GTR were worth more than that. The Bugatti was like in a class by itself. Okay, well, that's fine. Go ahead and get rid of it here. That's what we do here. Alright, well, that was not too bad. It was a little bit disappointing underneath of it, but overall it was fine. I'm going to fix this up. I don't remember if I kept a Plymouth Fury or not. I may have one. I may have one in here. Like on this floor I have some collector cars. This Corvette, this 370Z, this DeLorean, that McLaren P1, this Corvette, Chevy Nomad. This is where my Mercedes SLS ended up. This GT40 and that GT350 need to be done. Did I keep a Plymouth Fury somewhere? I thought I did, but maybe not. There was another another Plymouth Fury mod that I had kept, and then the mod was deleted in favor of this one that we have sitting there in the garage now. And the deleted one went away from my collection, which was annoying. Yeah, I don't have one in here. I think I'll finish this one up and stick it in there with the Nomad. Put that in my because the two Corvettes I have in there are both old model, like 50, 55, 56 Corvettes, and this will fit in perfectly well with those. But that's gonna wrap this up for today. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you again here for our next Junkyard adventure, and hopefully we'll find something else cool and exciting to work on next time. So on that note, bye for now.